Micah Parsons and Terry McLaurin want out. So there is some speculation behind both of these two, but it's something to see, especially with Terry McLaurin because he just had his come, like I believe within the last 48 hours, I believe. But
Mm.
Jake Daniels had
Something like
responded on
that.
it. He said, "I can't control what he got going on." And then he also said in like an interview when he was sitting on NFL Network, I think it was, he was like, "Let me see if I can find that."
All I know is Terry McLaurin, the Commanders are nothing without you, my friend. I mean,
He said,
seriously.
"I know one day 17 will be running out here and hopefully soon." So really, the only thing that we can really say about these two is that they just want their money. So
They're putting the pressure on the front office. I don't really think there's a ton of substance to either one of these trade requests. The Cowboys aren't even listening to offers on Micah Parsons.
no.
It's
I wouldn't
literally
either.
just that I mean, they just want their money. They want their bag. I don't see either of them moving. I don't think there's a ton to say about this necessarily. But if they were to get moved, it would be interesting to see who the bidders are. Um,
He's a Charger,
'Cause,
goddamn it. He's a goddamn Charger. Both of them.
I mean, out
He
of
was to
those
get traded,
teams,
these four teams right now are pretty good trending
We're
teams.
not gonna trade for him. We trade for Micah over him. 100%. Harbaugh would never trade for wide receiver. It's kind of crazy.
I think looking at this list, the two that I think I could see him maybe going to if he were to get traded are either the Bills or the Raiders.
Yep.
Hope,
Because
hope not.
I
If he goes to the
I don't know
Bills, he'll
why.
go.
I could see the Raiders just taking a swing for a guy like that because Tom Brady's in the ownership group now. They're pretty clearly, even though their roster has a lot of flaws in it, they're trying to win. They're not trying to tank. Like they tanked through last offseason. They got their running back. They have a lot of flaws, but this would definitely shore up and cover up a few of them. And as for the Bills, if they just got that legit wide receiver one like they had in Stephon Diggs, man, watch out.
Look, man, if he goes to the Bills, I don't want to hear nothing about Lamar Jackson has no more excuses because how much help does Josh Allen need at that point? You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to hear none of that if he goes to the Bills. But if he goes to the Raiders, I'm just gonna laugh at him. You know, I'm just gonna be like, okay, dude, like you're great, but why? Like you just went you went from being on a bad team for 7 years to going to another bad team right away after
Right
being
when the other
here.
right when the bad team becomes good.
Right, so that would just be stupid. And then it's the same situation with the Patriots. I know they got Mike Vrabel now, which is great, really good pickup of a coach. Still don't know why the Titans let him go, but it would still be the same situation with him. I mean, Drake Mays, he's young. The whole team is young. They still got a lot of flaws in their roster. So him leaving would just be not good unless it was to the Bills. But the Bills would have to give up a lot anyways. So I don't know. I don't think he's going anywhere either. But all I have to say is if he leaves, the Commanders are a joke because he stuck through so many quarterbacks. He played with who did he play? What's the guy?
Sam Howell was
Taylor
there.
Heineke. Taylor Heineke was his quarterback at one point, guys. He's a third string on our team now, on the Chargers. So Terry McLaurin is literally the Commanders franchise. He was there as they were the Redskins, I'm pretty sure. So if he leaves, I just I can't stress enough that that organization would be a joke to let him go because he is their franchise. So hope he gets his bag, and I'm rooting for him for sure. He's one of my favorite players to watch right now.
I mean, I just don't see a reason why they wouldn't pay him. I mean, he's in the prime of his career right now.
Because they got Debo now, dude. They were going to sign him, and then they got Debo, and then McLaurin was like, "All right, I want my money now." Then like
I'm gonna
like
be honest. I completely forgot Debo was on the
Yep.
Commanders.
you're gonna
but
remember soon. Oh man, I hate the Debo hate, bro. I hate it. You're gonna remember soon. I promise.
I mean, I don't hate the guy. It's
Oh,
just
you're a
he
bad.
had a
I don't want to hear it. You hate.
I
You
all
hate
right.
him. You despise him.
I
like
hate the
Debo. I
team.
like Debo
I hate the
Samuel.
team he's from. I do have a bit of a bias against him because I was dumb enough to pick him as my wide receiver one in fantasy one
I
year.
can
And but other than that,
I mean,
I think that team could be lethal if they had both of them. Realistically, if they have both Debo and Terry on the field at the same time, oh my goodness, that's scary. That team, they're not as good as the Eagles,
can't
especially on
forget about
defense,
Noah Brown
because
either.
the Eagles are insane. They're ridiculous,
Yeah,
but
I'm fun.
that's
Austin Eckler
probably a
can't forget
top
about
3 or 4 team roster wise in the NFC.
Zach Ertz is still there. I'm pretty sure.
got Austin Eckler who catch everything out of the backfield.
I'm not worried about him. He'll get a concussion and be out for like 3 weeks. But
Hey, his production still be there though.
oh yeah, he's very good. But you got Brian Robinson back there, dude. That's
Yeah, I mean, really, Austin Eckler is going to be there on like passing plays.
he's a third down running back.
Yeah, Eckler is the receiving back. Brian Robinson is the like
That
actual
goes to show you
I
right
think
there. The
running back.
Commanders are a problem. If
Their O line needs a little bit of work. I will say
oh
that.
yeah, they probably. I think they did a lot to draft with it and looked at
I'm
some
just
free
saying,
agents
though,
too.
like,
So
going against the Eagles twice a year just probably sucks. So I think their O line needs to be a little bit better if they want to face that D line that's not going anywhere for another 3 years. So
Don't remind me.
so we're
yes,
gonna jump with Micah Parsons.
oh my gosh. Now this one,
So Micah Parsons has said on his X, I no longer want to be here. I no longer want to be held to closed door negotiations without my agent present. I no longer want shots taken at me for getting injured while laying on the line for the organization, our fans, and my teammates. I have made a tough decision. I no longer want to play for the Dallas Cowboys. My trade request has been submitted to Stephen Jones personally. And then Jerry Jones responds, as he would, I would say to our fans, don't lose any sleep over this.
I think Jerry's a clown, but I don't think he's wrong on this
he's a
one.
goddamn Charger.
That I
Some
would
potential
like
landing
that.
spots. If he does leave, he's not going to go nowhere. But if he
I've
does
always
leave,
kind of like from the sidelines supported the Chargers. They're kind of. If I had an AFC team, it's probably that. It's either them or the Bengals. I just like both of
Yeah.
those teams a little bit, but
That's a second
I'd
organization.
love to see him on.
I don't see the
Probably.
Broncos anywhere.
I mean, the Broncos need offense more than defense, in my opinion. So
I agree. You guys don't have enough to. You wouldn't trade any defensive pieces for him, so you're not going to trade. You don't have enough offense. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, but just be in the landing spot, be in the conversation at least.
For what though? You don't have anything. You can't. You literally cannot trade. I can't think of a single thing you can trade. Right. You're not going to trade any of your linemen or O linemen. You're not going to trade Allen. You're not going to trade. You're not going to entertain trading Surtain for Micah Parsons. So it's like you have nothing really to offer besides some good linebackers. But
maybe Terry McLaurin needs to come to Denver.
Again, what are you going to trade? Literally, I can't think of anything. I mean, maybe some defensive pieces for McLaurin. That would help.
If he holds out,
I mean, him and Sutton would be another really great duo at wide receiver.
I mean, if Jerry Jeudy didn't work out, I don't think he's.
Well, we had Jerry Jeudy with who was our quarterback back then? I think we had what his name was.
Trevor Siemian.
Russ.
Drew Lock?
You had Russ and Drew Lock
as
your quarterbacks.
Russ was good.
Russ with the Broncos was okay.
Same player that he was with the
He was still good though. He
was good.
Hicks was arguably better last year than Russ was with Denver at times.
Yeah, like
and we can't really say it didn't work with Jerry Jeudy. He still had a couple 1,000-yard receiving yards. Not 1,000, but he had about 800, 700. Look, good production for a 2.
All I gotta say is Micah Parsons, if you are going anywhere, the best destination right now is the Chargers, because with Khalil Mack, I mean, we'd have to give up Tulipo, which would suck because he's a young, monster. But Parsons is also young and he's better. So
fantastic fit would be the Commanders too.
I don't know. Their defense,
they would boast that defense instantly, and he'd have a chance to go back at Dallas 2 times a year.
Why are you not talking about your Bears? Your Bears would be great for him. Defensively, he'd be good. He'd be really good.
I wanted to bring up the Bears on here because I think that they're really fascinating. Just because we've seen Ryan Poles make trades, he's not afraid to trade. He hasn't made a real blockbuster per se yet.
I would say I would love to.
I guess DJ Moore was one. Now that I think about it, and Caleb, but when I look at the return that Khalil Mack fetched when he was traded, because they're similar age range, they were 2 of the top defensive ends, or MICAH can kind of play anywhere on the D line, but the Bears gave up 2 first-round picks, a third rounder, and a sixth rounder. I don't know what team is going to be willing to shell that out. And if you are, it's a clear all-in move.
And then you're gonna
That's
have
what you're
to,
doing.
and then you're gonna have to pay him. So on the Bears standpoint, I wouldn't make a move like that until you know that you're a legitimate playoff team. We can't really
But
say that
then
yet.
the thing about the Khalil Mack move was I didn't think the Bears were a legit playoff team that year. Then they made that move, and then they went 12-4 and made the playoffs. So it's entirely possible that this move would be the move because one of the things that the Bears lack is just overall defensive line pressure on the quarterback. Their defense was really solid last year at holding teams to field goals, especially in the red zone. The only thing that they really struggled on that side of the ball was pressuring the quarterback. And if you get Micah Parsons, that changes overnight.
Now let's see. Let's say the Bears wanted Micah Parsons. Okay, here's a mock trade: potentially offering 2 first-round picks, a third-round pick, and a sixth-round pick, and maybe a good player for Parsons. I think that's a pretty good deal. Okay, I don't know what
I
year
could
he really
see.
is, but I think it would be great.
I know DJ Moore has been somewhat disgruntled with the Bears at
Doesn't
times.
like.
His
I don't,
attitude isn't exactly the best about being in Chicago all the time.
I don't think he
So
likes.
if you what?
I don't think he likes Caleb very much.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. He could be the player that they throw in. Not saying that Dallas would want him necessarily, but that could be on the table because they have some young receivers in Luther Burden and Roba Dunze that they want to take big steps. And if they just want to clear that out and let the young offense grow and develop together, that would be a way to do that.
All I have to say is, bro, if Parsons is a Charger, Patrick Mahomes, count your days. Oh my God. That would be a sight to see. Count your days. Josh Allen, count your days. Lamar Jackson, you'd probably be fine. But everybody else, count your days. Okay? Micah Parsons, come to the Chargers. You're probably never going to see this. But if you do, you're welcome to come and join us. Especially Justin Herbert. He would love you. Especially to have some more defensive pieces and help him out in those close games. So come to the Chargers, man. Jerry Jones, you're a clown. You are officially the worst owner in sports right now. And I didn't think that. I thought that would be a lot hard to do with Mike Brown in the NFL and on the Bengals. So you've outdone yourself, my friend. You haven't paid him. And Dak Prescott almost did the same thing. So it's very interesting. He shouldn't have paid Dak. Should have paid this guy right away.
CD had said on X, I believe, or in an interview, I believe, and they put it on X that he just paid a man his money, pay him what he worth.
Not gonna do it. He has all the money in the world, so I don't know why he's not. But and the Cowboys bring in so much money every year.
I mean, they are one of the biggest franchises in the NFL in terms of revenue, fan base. I think they're the most valuable team in all of sports, if I'm not mistaken.
It's up there with some soccer team, yeah, but I think it's close. But they're Americans. They're the America's team somehow still after 30 years of not making a Super Bowl. So
not even a conference championship. But I also do want to reiterate, I still think he's going to end up a Dallas Cowboy this season. I do think he'll get his money. A lot of these are just hypotheticals that we're going over with both of these players. I mean, we saw CeeDee Lamb and Dak both go pretty much all the way up to CeeDee, especially didn't even report back to playing like until a week before the season started. So
this is what Jerry does. He likes drama. He likes to be.
The Cowboys they're the most drama-filled team in the NFL by far, and it's been that way since the 90s, since Jerry took over. There's part of their allure is the drama. They're just a drama team. That's what they like to do. It keeps the headlines on them. So gives them attention. That's what they want.
Saying them always being in headlines. They'd always the talk of the town. They always being talked about leads to money.
I mean, last year with their play, if they were anyone but the Cowboys, they would have been completely irrelevant. But they were still talked about every week on FS1, ESPN. There's a reason why people still talk about them, and it's because they're so good at cooking up drama.
Of course, yeah, but I don't even know why the Colts or the Seahawks or the Panthers are on this list. Like, I mean, they have a lot to trade, but Micah wouldn't want that either because those three teams are nowhere near the playoffs. Maybe the Seahawks.
I mean, why would Micah realistically want to go to either Indy or Carolina? There's no reason.
maybe Seattle has a closer chance, but those teams on the left are borderline, if not playoff teams. We know that the Commanders are, but the Bears and Chargers are right on the line. Even though the Chargers were in it last year.
We'll be all right. We get Michael will be better.